Peace, my family, and roll back to all. And those coming out of that good cocoon for the first time, welcome. This is your girl, the butterfly, and we about to take off. Let's fly. Just want to send you all the good healing energy your way. Peace, love, happiness, harmony, and abundance. Hope you guys are out there keeping your mind right in that good 9 mind. How y'all feeling today? Hope you guys most definitely moving on up in your higher natures and cleansing. Oh yes, cleansing the lows. I came on here today to express, and the question is, how y'all feeling? I hope well. Living this reality, I know it's a lot going on all at the same time, but we must understand that when you live in this reality, you must be 100% real with yourself, because that's how you're going to be able to move to the different levels of where you're headed. Now, I'm talking about the ones that are going through this good journey with them. So it is very, very important that you remember to stay strong, be encouraged, and have the courage to live your true life and really what you know to be true. Now, for the ones that are going on this good journey within and going through the unknown stages, I've been there. Oh man, that's when I was in my low vibrational energies, dealing with people, places, and things that were really, at the time, wasn't good for me. Now, when you begin to break away from that, that's when your life begins to shift. Because again, you must learn. That's why it's so important to relearn, remember who you are. Because again, only way you're going to know that is by when the Most High sit down Yahshua, omnipotent Jesus, Horus, Tammuz, Hor, again. It was certain things that we needed to know about ourselves. And it's real, family. The scriptures are real. People like to sit here and talk about the Bible and, say that, it's not real. Maybe the people in it are not real, like certain parts in it, like the Torah, the law, Psalms, Revelations. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I was told, that Revelations wasn't even really a part of the Bible. It was just a prophecy, a separate book. And also, it reveals the next book, a continuation onto the Quran of things that the Most High wanted us to know as a nation, a people. All of it through the noble prophets that have been sent down to teach and let us know how we're supposed to be moving and living our lives and our lifestyle as children of the Most High. And again, I know in this world, a lot of people can get confused and get distracted at the same time. But that's what this is. That's what the game is all about, right? Distractions. Taking you off the path, leading you astray, right? So it's very important that you stay on the right path. How do I know this is the right path? Because I have the right knowledge. And it breaks down all of the monolithic religions. And that's why it's so important for you to get out of them and see clearly of what you've been taught your whole life, that it's clearly has been a lie. You'll begin to understand and see what lies have been told, what truths have been told, because there is truth and there is certain lies, right? But how are you going to know all of that if you don't read? How are you going to know all that if you don't read? And again, this is what has been told to me due to, the pampers of peace and me reading, okay? I wasn't on the land. I wasn't even born at that time, right? This is something, I woke up about, found out about it, and had my great awakening in 2009. So, again, I figured this all out by reading, family. And again, call it simple, right? But again, it's so much knowledge, and I'm continuing to still go on and continue to still read. You're going to be reading to a lifetime, family. But again, it's not always about just reading, family. Because the reading most definitely will raise your consciousness levels and help you to understand and renew your history about everything that's been happening here, what's going on here, answering your questions, right? About the world, about life, the way of life, and why this is our true way of life, the way, right? And people can argue back and forth saying, oh yeah, it's not just one way of life, right? But let me just say, that's not true, because we had one way of life. It wasn't all these different paths. It was only one path. Make it simple, right? It was only one path. And that path led you back to you. Now, I don't know about y'all, but with all these monolithic religions, when you look at yourself, when you see yourself, do you see yourself? Do you see a picture of yourself? Do you see images of your ancestors? Do you see images of the ancient ones? Do you see the images of the Netaru? Do you see yourself? Do you see who you are? Do you see images of yourself? Okay? That's very important. Do you see the images of yourself? When you look at yourself. When you look at yourself. And again, you have to understand also that, of course, we've been lied to. But again, you got to put the pieces together. All of the prophets came down as messengers and, was being told of their mission and things like that. You know what I mean? They were sent down here for a mission, right? And some people didn't know that they were even on a mission until they got down here, right? They had to remember or be visited, right? To understand what they're, here for, right? And with all these different stories, right? So ultimately, it was a way of life that we lived. And it goes back to ancient Kemet, Egypt, Tamaray, right? That's just to sum it all up. Once you get past the monolithic religions by learning them, studying them diligently, and really understanding what you're into if you are in those religions. Understand what you are into. Understand, because again, our master teacher has broken it down with facts. Not just saying, oh yeah, I believe in something. Don't even read what you believe in at all yourself. You just get it from certain people or pastors, or, you don't read it yourself, where you break down the words back into its original language and understand what you're reading. But guess what? The Most High has sent us help. Help, man. An extraterrestrial, an angelic being. Our master teacher, Dr. Malachi. He has sent him, the renewer, right? He is sent here to help us. But when the help comes, why do we reject? Why do we slander? Speak on certain things that we don't know for sure. Speak on what the world is saying. And most likely when the world is saying things, let me just say this one more time for the people in the back. When the world is speaking and saying things, you must think twice, maybe a few times. Go check it out. Do your research. Don't just take it face value or word, because nowadays people are realizing, of course, that we've been lied to about a lot of different things. So again, the world, and who's over the world, right? The father of lies. So what do you expect? What do you expect? You expect to get lies, family? Really? You expect to get lies, right? So how are you going to know the truth, right? But again, family, with all the scripture that has been sent down to us, it has told us that we must know the truth. We must know it, and it will make you free. And again, y'all may feel that this journey is not easy. And guess what? You're right. It's not. It's not easy. But it becomes easier in time. I'm just speaking off my experience. It comes easier through time once you are diligently working on yourself, making a real decision in your life, saying that you're done living your life in the ways of the image of the beast in the world, and you want to change your life and get back to your true self and true essence of who you are, which is the way the Most High wants you to live your life. That's it. Obedience, family, is where we fall. We have to learn obedience. We have to learn how to listen to when the Most High tells you something. Because, again, He speaks to us all in many different ways. Many different ways. Many different communications to get your attention. But the question becomes, are you paying attention in your life? Maybe you got too much going on. You got too much going on with work, too much going on with people in your life, too much going on with the things that you do, the addictions you may be into or not, just things that you do, to live your life, or hobbies, or, things that are here to really distract you. And ultimately, the journey is about you and what you gonna do while you're here in this lifetime. You came here to get it right, get it together, right? Did y'all know that? This is not heaven, but we're bringing the heaven down to earth, right? So this is not heaven, and we can create hells and heavens for ourselves here. And again, we're supposed to be living as if we were in heaven already, right? So what does that tell you? Ultimately, it gets down to me, a life of purity, where we're constantly cleansing ourselves, right? We're not perfect, we're striving for perfection, but you're cleansing your life, and you're making yourself better, and you're working on, that lower frequency energy. You're working on yourselves, working on your chakras, getting yourself and your life in check, in order. And so it's very important that when you're living your life out here in the world, it can drag you into many different places, many different times, many different timelines, But again, you must understand and take control of what we're doing, right? Because as we were told through the omnipotent Jesus, and using omnipotent Jesus' name is just for people that are in Christianity or people that use that name. Just in general, they use this name, even though that's not his name. His name is Joshua. right? Tammuz, Horus, Hor in Egypt, right? So, the only way you're going to know this, family, which it leads you back to Egypt, where everything came from, which is what he wanted to bring to us, actually, the lessons from Egypt, right? To get you back to who you truly are. And when you look at yourself, you see greatness. You see you. You see the accomplishments and things that we have done as a people, as a nation. And you won't feel, that sense of, I'm nothing out here. Who am I, right? Nothing out here, right? Or the slave mentality, things like that. Because again, we are slaves. Whether people want to really get there with it, we still are. It's modern slavery, right? Whether people want to, accept it or not, that's what the journey's about. It is what it is. It is what it is, right? Accepting the reality of things. And how do you begin to change it? You have to have solutions, right? Building up solutions for those problems. But the thing about it is, what people don't realize is, the problem is that y'all out of pocket. The problem is that you're not in proper alignment. Proper alignment with what? Proper alignment with the Most High, family. You have to be in proper alignment with the Most High, family. What does that mean? In tune. Back in tune. Everybody's over here trying to live their life their way. Oh, I want to do it this way. Oh, I want to do it that way. I want to do this, or I want to do that. When the reality is, you didn't come here to just do this and just do that. It's all a trap. Just saying. For people that don't know and don't read, it's a trap. We are here, and our purpose is to get back to the Most High. That's it. Straight up, straight and simple. That's it. But how do we get back, family? You gotta go back, family. With love. This message is with love, family. You gotta go back. What do I mean? You gotta go back. You gotta go renew your history. You gotta know your history. And I'm not speaking on just, the slavery history of ourselves. I'm not speaking on that. I'm speaking on further back, anciently, getting back to where things started. The ancient civilizations, The mystery schools, You gotta go back. Understand where things came from, right? But starting along this journey, this good journey within, and this is my experience, and everybody has their own, entitled to their own. I'm speaking on mine, right? This is what I've learned, right? You got to go back to when you are a baby, right? What do I mean? You got to go back to when you were a baby, right? Do you remember those memories back when you were a baby in childhood? Everything that you ever learned, go back, right? You got to think about everything that you ever learned. Go back. You got to go back to understand where you're going. You got to go back in the past to understand where you at right now, to understand where the world is today. Why is it this way? What happened, right? People are probably still questioning what the world happened. Yeah, I did that too. And again, I figured it out. Want to know how I can say I figured it out and continuing to figure it out? Because, family, if you are not in alignment with the Most High, which is all that matters in your life, because who created you? Do you know? Our Creator. Do you know? Who created us? Do you know? The Most High, anew, El was glorified and exalted, and the beings that help procreate us, the Elohim and Anunnaki. Right? Whether people want to call them extraterrestrials, things like that, the Anunnaki, the beings that were sent down to Earth in groups of 50, That's what the Anunnaki means. Anunnaki, right? They're not from here, right? And so, again, omnipotent Jesus, Yahshua's, Timeless Horus. Okay. He says that he's not from here. So where's he from? He says he's from above. Where's above? When you look up at above, look up. Where does that lead you? It leads you to the sky, right? What's in the sky? Space, right? What's in space? Planets, right? We have to learn how to think. Again, we have to learn how to think again. Because we make things so complicated. So complicated. When things are supposed to be made simple for a child to understand, right? And so, we must understand that everything that was sent down to us as scriptures of help, the Torah, how to, eat, dietary, that part was hard for me and still going, right? Okay? The dietary part, the food aspects, that was my battle, right? And still going, right? Still going. But you have help, right? So again, you have to understand and know who you are in your history, your ancestors. And again, our master teacher has broken down most of the religions that are out here. He wrote a book about it to lead you to understand what they are and where it all came from, which is Egypt. And so what does it tell you? You are Egyptians. All of you. 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 Because guess what? Before the Bible, before the Quran, the ancient civilizations existed. Way before. Thousands of years before. So what does that tell you? Anciently, your bloodlines, it leads back to Egypt. And this is something that they don't want people to know. So they break the noses off so you don't see our beautiful Nubian features. And they create lies. Try to make it seem like, the pictures become lighter and lighter as time go on. And there you go, right? But again, you have to learn how to look at things from what the Most High wants you to know. Because that's all that matters. And that is at the best of you. Because you were supposed to know this knowledge. You're supposed to know this knowledge and remember again who you are. That's what's going to wake your own up. The right knowledge. And people can go and wrestle back and forth with themselves, trying to figure out, different things about ascension and things like that. I'm telling you exactly what it is. If you were to go and listen to all of my videos up until this point, you begin to see what I'm telling you. And if you actually, were to apply the things, your life, and actually do it, which means go read. Really, because that's what's going to help you grow and develop and understand who you are. And maybe you won't have so many questions anymore, because through time, your answers will either come to you, confirmation, right? Certain things transpire in your life, and our master teacher answers those questions. Because guess what? He's sent from the Most High. How do you know? Because it was revealed to me in my own personal journey. That's how I know. And if you check out his works, you will know too. And so whether people want to accept this or not, it's by choice. But we must understand and not get it confused. We must understand and not get it confused. You guys are confusing yourselves out here. This is just me scrolling on through. I see a lot of people out here confusing themselves into so many different things that we weren't supposed to be into at all. If you were following the laws of the Most High, in alignment with the Most High, is that's how you get in alignment when you're following the laws of the Most High and living the lifestyle. Not just saying, oh yeah, I'm this and I'm that, and not following the laws. Because again, we have to understand that this is not a game. This is serious. This is real life. This is life, right? This is not, in a way, an illusion where it's so fake. Like your life, the reason why you're here, you're having this soul experience, is real. And what you choose to decide to do here while you're here is real. Your actions matter, family. What you decide to do from the day-to-day basis, they matter. And I can't stress that enough. It matters. And so that's why it's very important for people to really do their deep study, because that's the only way you're really gonna know. Yes, you can go within. Yes, that's what you're supposed to do. Yes, you can go within with meditation, ask many questions to yourself that you might, need answers to, confirmation. That's beautiful. But to understand and to know your history with the knowledge is also very important. Because again, what people don't know is that at the end of all this, you will be questioned about everything you did and about the knowledge. Do you even know yourself, right? Do you know the truth? Because that's what's going to break you away from the matrix. That's what's going to break you free once you begin to know, right? Who you are, right? Know the truth of who you are and your true history. That leads back to Egypt. All of you, all over the world, all of you. Sounds simple, right? It should be. Because the confusion, y'all know where confusion comes from. Y'all know where confusion comes from. The ops. And so, everything is put out here. So much, right? So much information, right? We're in the age of Aquarius. So much information is put out now to where people are overloaded and overstimulated, right? With no direction and no guidance, right? Well, how can you sit here and say that we have no direction and no guidance? Now, if you never came across a master teacher, Dr. Malachi L., I can understand and feel you, because I've been there where I was lost and now found. But being lost, asking questions to the Most High, praying to the Most High, praying, asking questions about myself, who I am, what's my purpose really? That was the question. What is my purpose? And through time, going along my journey, it was told to me. In time. Not my time. In time. Divine timing. Right? So, everybody. It's for everybody as well. Everybody in the divine timing, if you really want to know. Right? This has to be the most important thing to you in life, family. This is not for the play. You can play. You have free will. But let me just say, this is not for the play. The Most High is not playing. And let me just say, it is all divine love. But don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. They're going to speak to you. Your angels, they're going to speak to you. And it can be very stern. And yeah. Because they don't have emotions like how we do here. And they not playing. Let me just say. So, if the angels are not playing, the messengers aren't playing, what makes you think that the Most High is playing? You know? The Most High is not playing. So when people get that through them beautiful crowns of theirs, we'll be moving in the right direction. Because again, in order for you to know this, what I'm saying, and understand what I'm talking about, family, you have to read. And this is not me pushing anything on you. I'm speaking to the ones that want to really know how to get up out of here when the time comes. And be ready. Right. The question becomes, I put it out there. You ready? Are you? Are you ready? You're ready. Do you want to know the truth? Are you ready? The truth is not going to, be fixed on how you want it to be. It's just the truth, the facts, the science behind it all. So you can understand what's happening here to you. And when you begin to, really understand who you are, get back to your God-like state. Because again, we are children of the Most High. And we are gods. We are children of the Most High. Right. Once you begin to understand and know what that really means. Right. How are you going to know what that really means if you don't have the knowledge? That's real. You can walk around and say you're a God, but if you don't have the knowledge and you're not living the life of a God as far as the way the Most High wants you to live it, not the way you want, the way the Most High wants you to live it. Because it's about obedience and listening. Because it's the way you move. Y'all know that, right? If y'all didn't know, now you know. It's the way you move. It's the way you move in this realm too. That's how you're going to get up out of here. When you begin to start listening to what the Most High says and not your way. Because your way can lead you down the highway in many different directions. Out here. Just out here. Been there. It wasn't until I started listening. Okay? Listening, following instructions is when things begin to manifest or happen in my life to where I begin to understand, overstand things around me, right? So I'm just here to help y'all, for the ones that really want help and the ones that already got it and already know what's up. That's what's up. But as far as the ones that really just don't know, they're just interested, curious, this is just what it is. If you want to go on this good journey within, let me just say, you can. And again, you can change your life. You can't be so hard on yourself. You have to realize that this is your purpose and why you're here. You are not your job. You are not your car. You're not your material wealth. You're none of these things that you hold on to. All these desires and wants of the world. You're not none of it. And guess what? You're going to leave it here anyway. So what does that tell you? You're going to shed it all away anyway, regardless. So what did that tell you? You don't need it. When I say need it, you don't need it. right? Let me just say what I'm trying to say. Don't get so caught up in it all. Yes, you might need it to take care of yourself, and that's what it is. Self-sufficient, okay, take care of yourself, right. But what I mean by you feel like, it's a sense of type of hold on you, like, this sense of, seems to make you who you are, place value in it, like it makes you who you are when you are priceless. And you are who you are regardless. And once you realize that, family, once you begin to really move and love, because that's the Most High is love, and begin to truly love yourself out here, truly love who you are out here, every part of your being, every part, every part, every part, every part, every part. And this body is not even you, right? This body is not even you. Your soul, the true essence of who you are, is you. That flesh can trick you and trap you at the same time. And it's that battle with the flesh that we go through each and every day. It's a battle. And you got to learn how to quiet that flesh. And it's going to be really loud, okay? Loud, okay? But once you begin to gain control with self-discipline and control, self-discipline, self-control, that's a part of Nuwapu. That's why it's so important for us. We have steps to this. It's important to know our true culture so we can understand how to move. And we have help. The Most High has given us help, right? And so it's up to us to listen to the help when the help comes, right? This is what it is. And the only way you're going to know this for yourself is you have to go on a self-study, a deep study within, that good journey within. That's how you're going to know, family. That's how you're going to know the truth. In time, you'll begin to see if you really want to know. For the ones that just want to be on the outside and just looking, that's cool. But the ones that really want to know the truth and really want to go on this good journey within, I'm here to help. And so, yeah. Life, family, is what you make it. And this life is a gift. Existence is a gift. And we must really begin to start using it wisely. Really begin to start thinking for ourselves again. And really begin to really see the bigger picture. And why are you here? Right. And so, once you lead back into the Quran where I left off, where did I leave off? The Quran, right? Once you get into that, which I was told to read as well, with the Quran, that's going to get you right. It's going to teach you more of, the discipline and making sure that you get yourself together, And then on up, family. I can be, silly sometimes. So on up, family. This is who I am. People can think, oh yeah, I'm being fake and this, that, and the other. Nope. This is me and how I express myself. This is me. This is how I express myself. This is what it is. And it's funny because in life sometimes you're not really able to really truly express yourself the way you truly want to, right? And sometimes you quiet, right? You don't say anything, right? So for some people, they be looking at me like, talk like this. Yeah, on a normal basis, or you just going along the, routine as far as maneuvering certain things. Yeah. But as far as you able to really just express your, inner being the way you really want to, I use this platform to do so. So, this is how I express myself. And I hope you guys know that it's out of love. Everything that I say is out of love. Because some people can sit there and say I can be a little spicy or harsh with it sometimes and blunt, right? But I'm not. I'm more direct. I just have to speak it what it is and get to the point, right? And sometimes I can be from what I told long-winded. But I just gotta get it all out, right? So again, I'm just telling you to say this because it's all important, right? And there's so much to say, but this is what I came to bring today. But okay, so now on to the Holy Tablets. Our Master Teacher, Dr. Malachi York has broken it all down in the Holy Tablets to help you understand about the Neteru, the Anunnaki, our ancestors, and the ancient ones, right? So you begin to understand the story, the true stories of it all in the Holy Tablets, the true story of Adam and Eve, the true story of Jesus, Joshua, Tammuz, Horus, all of it. It's all in the Holy Tablets. The true story of the science of creation and the makeup of everything, and the story of Adapha, Enoch. It's all in there. And the story of the Anunnaki. All of it is in there. For people that are still running around on social media questioning the Anunnaki and stuff like that and getting different, views from many different people all over the world, right? But y'all want to know the true story? It's in the Holy Tablets. It's on my channel. That's it, right? And if you want to know the true story, family, you want to know the true story, it's in there. But people, y'all gotta learn that you gotta put in the work as well. You gotta read, right? That's putting in work. People don't know, because a lot of people out here these days, from what I can see, some people really don't like to read. They like audio, they like all these other different things. But let me just say, reading is where it's at, because it's gonna, when you begin to read and take it all in yourself, well, man, it's a different digestion. When you begin to read things for yourself, not somebody just telling you something, you get to research and read stuff for yourself. That's what this is about, right? And again, once you begin to read, apply the things that you're reading to your life. Apply those things to your life. Then you begin to make the changes you need to make and the shifts you need to make in order to be ready when the time comes. So that's pretty much it. The Holy Tablets, and he wrote many other scrolls that can help you out too as well. The little scrolls as well. The science of healing, things like that. The man from planet Ritz, things like that help you get on up, into more of the deeper knowledge of yourselves. And it's a lot of different things, right? And it's different levels to the knowledge. But where you are, you have to start with where you are. And from what I say, so me growing up as a child and me being in Christianity, I started with that. I started with my first book. I found the Mind First. That was the one that I found first. No coincidences in your journeys, family, because there's no coincidences in this realm. So whatever you found, that's what it is, right? But as you know, moving on, he gives certain references to books that you should check out. And I know in the Mind, he gives the Sacred Wisdom of Tahuti in there. And I'm sure maybe it's another book in there that he shouts out that you need to go check out next, right? And so that's what it is. It's leading you up. He's leading you up. So don't think that you don't need the knowledge, because that's where people get twisted out here. They think they don't need the knowledge. I got all the knowledge in me already, it's already in me. You know what I'm saying? I hear a lot of people say, the knowledge is already in me, right? Yeah, it's in you. It's in you. But the Most High sent down this information to you. So obviously, it's something that you needed to know. It's something that you needed to know. Something that you're missing. Something that you needed to know. Because this renewal of history is very important for your soul journey. Very important. And that's what's going to help you understand what's happening, is more information about what's happening. Because yeah, you can get certain messages from within, but to get the whole scope of it all from an angel, an angelic being that was sent just to do this particular mission, and you miss out on what our master teacher Dr. Malachi York had to say about it all, man, oh man, what a big mistake. So don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. Don't listen to these people out here that's just talking, haven't picked up no book whatsoever. And if you pick up a book and you sit here and say that it doesn't resonate, cool. Then that means that it don't resonate with you at this particular time in your lifetime. And everybody has a choice. I keep saying this because it's so real. And people reject it, that's fine. For the people that don't and accept it for what it is, because guess what? You know nothing compared to the balanced universes. So how can you sit here and say that it can be, right? So you have to have an open mind. We only deal with the facts in our culture. We only deal with the science in our culture. Truths. That's it. It's not about opinions. Things are what they are. It is what it is. And that's what makes the culture so beautiful. Because it's the way we lived our life. And don't y'all want to know how the Neteru moved? The science of the Neteru, which is Nuwapu. Don't y'all want to know? Don't y'all want to know? Everybody's wondering and wonder of the pyramids and things like that. Well, guess what? Our master teacher wrote a whole book about it. Broke it all down so you can understand what's happening. Now, for the people that, need to have this, how do you know, moment, it will happen for you if you're serious about it and you're on a journey and things like that. The Most High will show you what you need to see, show you what you need to know and let you know that it's real. He'll show you in time. Again, in the Most High's time, He will show you, but you got to be serious about it. Got to be sincere, and you really want to know, and you got to move with love. We don't move in fear or hate. Love. We tell things for what it is. There's no race and racism. It's no racism. People are who they are. Agreeable or disagreeable. Or both, right? Because we have agreeable and disagreeable natures within us. People are who they are. We have to accept people for who they are. That's who they are. That's who you are. That's what it is. Right? And so again, we have to understand and begin to see things for what it is. Not what you want to create in your mind for it to be. Because your imagination can lead you to everywhere, right? But it's beautiful to have imagination, because that's what's going to get you going. That's what's going to open the doors to your imagination. That's what's going to open your doors to balance of things, right? But again, we're not moving on imagination. We're moving on the words of the Most High, because that's all that matters. The words of the Most High. That's it. Once you begin to move with the words of the Most High and begin to understand and study what it all came, the confusion of the Bible, our master teacher has broken that down. Check out the YouTube videos and you'll begin to understand. I know some of them are muffled, sometimes you can't hear. But again, you can check it out, or you can check out Christism, Mohammedanism as well. Break it all down for you. Scrolls. And that'll get you going, because you'll be reading for a minute anyway if you're doing a deep study on it and research and things like that. So that'll keep you going for a little while. And for the other mini books, that also is important. Let me just say, all of his books are very important. And they're all for your growth and development. So if you can understand that, you know, our Master Teacher Books is on my channel. Check them out for yourself. In the description and a link. So that's going to get you going on this good journey within. You got to raise your consciousness levels up to where it needs to be, where the Most High wants it to be, right? So when people sit here and say, you know, why do I need to do all this to raise my, you know, frequency and vibration? You know, why do I have to do all these things? Because that's what the Most High says. And if you're going against what the Most High says and you just want to go do things your way, baby, then you're going to find out the hard way. I'm just speaking this out of love, because I've been there. I had to learn things the hard way. I've been through my crossroad moments. Been through them. Okay? Where I had to get, you know, a stern talk. Okay? Not playing with you, you know? Get it together, you know? Had my moments. And we all do when we realize that, you know, when you begin to see that somewhat, in a sense, the world seems to be crashing in your face, right? And when it begins to do that, it means a shift is going to happen, breakthroughs and all types of stuff is going to happen. So if you feel like, of course, during your good journey with them, that your life feels like it's crashing right now, that's normal. That's normal. It's breaking down to come back together and you're on to the next level. Right. That's what it is, and it's levels and it's level and it's levels, right? So we have to understand that everybody has to go through levels. There's no, you know, out of elevator to just take you on up, right? We all have to learn our lessons, and we all have to learn our lessons through not listening to the Most High. And that's where the lessons begin. If you look at your life and then you're not moving in the way that the Most High told you to move, and you're looking at all these different scriptures and stuff, and they tell you stop doing certain things and stop doing this and stop doing that as far as how to maneuver and move, and you're still doing it, well, you know, that's something that you got to really take a look at within yourself. And I had to do it as well. You have to take a look at yourself and realize, is this really helping me, or am I killing myself? Am I depressed and crying, or, you know, am I happy? You know, because when you get happy, like real happiness, not material happiness, but I'm talking about just real happiness within, regardless of what's happened, I'm happy within, right? That's when you move in the ways of the Most High and in alignment, and that feeling no one can give to you but the Most High. That feeling, no one can give to you but the Most High. It's a warm feeling within you that no one can give. It's so loving and warm. And I wish that everyone knew this feeling. The only way you're going to know this feeling is you got to get in tune, which is in the laws and commandments and, you know, following them to the best of your ability. And again, when you get back up, you know, or if you fall and you get back up, you know, fall and get back up. That's what it's about. Not getting up on yourself. Get it done. Get it done. And so I know that a lot of people have told me in my own personal experiences that the journey is not easy and it's hard, right? Or I want to continue to do certain things. I like doing these things. Let me just speak to y'all. My loves. That's because you're clouded with impurities. And your mind is not right if you're attached to certain things that within your health, like your inner being, is not good for you and you're still doing it. That's that battle within. We all have to go through. I had to go through it, and I was the same thing. I'm speaking to you, I speak to myself. And I gotta be real with myself. I'm not playing with myself. Because you gotta begin to trust yourself and your own guidance within as far as how to maneuver, because ultimately the Most High will show you. But it's up to you to listen. You're gonna have to make the decision. The Most High not gonna help, make it for you. Not gonna help make it for you. And the Most High doesn't work for you. The Most High works with you. So you have to be also willing to do your part. You can't just say, oh, I want this and that and this, that, and the other, and you're not doing your part to get it. You're gonna have to take steps toward it, and then that's how things begin to happen. You got to put forth radical action, and things will begin to move. So, of course, with your prayers and meditations and things like that, you got to stay in tune. And also, you need your soul food. I like to call it soul food, the pamphlets of peace. Dr. Malachi York's books, I call it soul food because you need that nourishment within to encourage you each and every day. The prayers, all the books, encourage you each and every day to keep going and don't give up. So, I'm going to leave it at that for now. Again, I want you guys to know that you are encouraged and know that you can do this journey. But it's up to you to decide, are you willing to surrender to the Most High and begin to move in the ways of the Most High? Because again, in this lifetime, that is all that matters. Because the ones that are out here that are really questioning and really want to know, really want to know what's happening to me, what's happening here. They just really want to know. You got to move in the ways of the Most High. That is your answer. That is the answer. What people maybe not know. Because that's the reason why you're here. People may not know that either. But I'm just telling you so that, you will know. And again, I'm not telling you to, listen to me, right? Who am I, right? What I'm saying is, ask the Most High. Listen to the Most High. Go with them. In time, things will be revealed to you. And again, through time, if you want to check out our Master Teacher's books, you can check them out for yourself. They're on my channel. And begin to go through your own personal journey with them. Because that right there is what's going to lead you back in the heavens and back to the Most High. And the reason why I know this, because it happened to me. It happened to me. Let me on back. And again, like I told y'all, I've been taken up. So I seen the next room, and I could have went on, but some told me if I did, that I wouldn't come back. And I still have work to do here. So, it's real, family. And it's not a game. And I want y'all to say love. Because love is why we're here right now. During all this chaos, love is why we're here right now. And we should begin to dwell on the love of the Most High. Through it all. Through it all. Because, man, oh man, we got help. But when the help comes, are you going to reject it? We got to learn how to accept it. Accept the help. Oh man. All right now. I know this, for some people, being introduced to the truth may be blown, mind blown. Feeling all different types of emotions. Oh yeah. Maybe mad, angry, all types of stuff. I get it. I've been there. I expressed all different types of emotions when I first came across. I was pissed. But let me just say, once I begin to simmer on down and really get into it, it's so much love. It's so much love. It's so much love. It's so much love. More than I can even express it. And our master teacher, Dr. Malachi L, is innocent. And for people that want to talk and don't know what they're talking about, man, oh man. Like I said before, y'all gonna be extremely surprised. Let me just say, when you find out that you've been lied to this whole time, and that he is innocent. Man, oh man. Do y'all know that the book we're reading right now, the book of Revelations, is speaking about our master teacher? Do y'all know that? Do y'all know that? Archangel Michael, do y'all know this? For people that don't know, now you know. People that still need to have the evidence and things to check out the books. Research. It's all there. Either way, you can sit here and say, oh, you know, he's talking, you know, the extraterrestrial stuff. He's saying he's an extraterrestrial. Okay. Like I said before, as you continue to go on this good journey within family, things will be revealed to you personally. And you no longer can deny. But the thing about it is, you can't give up. I know the information and the knowledge is a lot to know all at once. That's why you have to take it a step by step and take it a book or a scroll at a time. And again, through time, things will be revealed to you for yourself. All right now. So, I'm going to leave it at that for now. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comment section. I'll be happy to answer. Again, I want you all to know that you are loved. Loved, family. Beyond this world. Begin to spread the love one to another. Be the peace that you seek. Release our master teacher, Dr. Malachi L. Peace, shalom, hashug, divine love. Why do?